Hello, I'm Sudarshana Starshine Star. How are all of you doing on this beautiful Wednesday, August 14th, and it's still 2024? This is going to be part two of a series I'm calling Timelines and Much More. Yes, intense, much more. I like to begin all of my clips with the three opening prayers that are in Sanskrit and Telugu. They are short, and they are the Guru Mantra, the Ganesha Mantra, and the Gayatri Mantra. And this is to bless and protect and heal and uplift you, me, and this clip. Om, Om, Om. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmahi Sri Guru Vena Namaha. Om Suklam Bharataram Vishnum Sashivarnam Chatubhujam Prasanavaranam Dhyaye Sarva Vigno Prashante Om Bhur Suvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhago Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachotayat. Om Shanti Shanti, Shanti. All right. Yesterday I put out part one of the series, and I wanted to go ahead and make a part two and put it out right away, but I just could not upload part two on any of my socials. So I'm doing this in a little bit of a different way. I'm making this shorter, so there might have to be a part three because I am giving news here, and but I really do want to talk more about timelines, but I'm wanting to do that towards the end. So let me begin here with this is from Ariel on X, Ariel, whom I really like. I don't always agree with Ariel. There's some things I don't agree with, and I don't know if he's doing that because he's just not ready to come out with some stuff, or this is what he really believes. But I don't have to believe in everything 100% that someone is sharing in order to share the goal that they're sharing. Okay? So Ariel on X, who's at Proletaria 1, he posted this on August 10th, 2024 at 3:02 p.m. He said, "This will not be the last one either. Investigation, indictments, arrest, charges, arraignment, court verdict, conviction, sentencing. This is what is on the minds of many people who know their future once Donald Trump gets back into office. We're talking about at least 100,000 to 500,000 indictments that are not even unsealed yet. Some of this has already happened to lower level cronies. Many of them are walking around in fear of what's to come. They are crashing out with Kamala Harris. They know this is not going to stop anything. They are just going through the motions. They're going to get Mo. This is already set in stone." And I just want to mention, even though I've mentioned on my previous clips, which you can find on my YouTube channel, it's The Dazzling of the Light, or you can just go to YouTube and type in at Sudarshana Starshine Star, and you'll get to access all of my clips there. And I've got well over 100. They're pretty good. I think you should check it out. You might like it. No, I think you will like it. And then my TikTok is called Mahakali Yeshua 9. And my username there is at StarshineStar909. All right. What I want to say, like I was about to say, was what I've mentioned on several of my other clips, is that Kamala Harris, the original, is not around. And Kamala Harris was a bio male. And Kamal, his name was Kamal, Arush, Aroush. And Kamal's father was a general in the satanic Senussi army in Libya, and had training, the three-letter agencies that also included getting training in Baltimore, Maryland. So the being, the entity, the male, that's a Baphomet, that's looks like a female but still has the male undercarriage, called Kamala Harris, was already picked up a long time ago for treason and possibly crimes against humanity. I'm not sure about that, but I know treason for sure. So what you're seeing has been a truly white hat production. There's been a wonderful actress playing. I don't know if there's more than one, but I know of one of them. It's been wonderful playing Kamala Harris and doing that incredible cackle and being so idiotic. It's to help wake people up. It's supposed to wake people up. Like, what? But it's funny how many people are still believing that, number one, that's a real person, that's the original, and that person is even serious. It's pretty funny. It's like a comedy show. Okay, this is from Derek Johnson. He has several different accounts all across the socials. He usually goes by Derek Johnson, Rattletrap 1776 or Rattletrap Nation. Here he is on Twitter with the blue checkmark account at Rattletrap. So he was commenting, and he said, 2 doomsday planes up at one time, very serious. And then he showed emojis of 100%, and then a bullseye with a hitting the target, with its an arrow right in dead center in the bullseye, and then the American flag. And Ariel also talks something about the fact that there was in Washington, D.C., that there are ops being conducted that the general population is oblivious to. And Raw Alerts on X, at Raw Alerts, had put on August 9th, 2024 at 4:10 p.m., they had put breaking multiple ambulances and emergency vehicles along with hazmat crews are on scene outside of the White House gates. There's really something going on there. And back to Ariel, he made a post saying, I remember when Q, the storm rider, revealed this info below, that when they mentioned that the Zeos, he's calling Zionists Zeos, created these wars to create the United Nations, to then create Israel and the money laundering capital of the Middle East, Israel. This is how Zionists became wealthy, and this is how they took over the world, funding Washington, D.C. politicians and controlling social media, Google, YouTube, Facebook, with the creation of the United Nations. Human trafficking and sex trafficking trade became easier, bypassing laws of the government and holding immunity from prosecution or investigation, military prosecution and indictments. With the creation of the CIA in 1952, the globalist Khazarians, or what is they're most known for is being called fake Jews, because they pretend that they're Jewish or Hebrew. They're not. They're satanic. So they put yarmulkes on and go to Jewish temple and act like they're following a Hebrew faith, but in their homes and in secrecy and in private meetings, they're completely satanic. And so they're also called the Khazarian Mafia, or KM. So in 1952, the globalist Khazarians, fake Jews, went after Ukraine, which was their old home during the Khazarian times, and moved the world's biggest human trafficking trade in the Slovak regions and created the money laundering operations of Europe, funneling money through Ukraine, which plays into the info about the many political figures who were caught money laundering out of Ukraine. The list of names, and these are just a few. Joe Biden, and that means the authentic Joe Biden, not the face mask double clone CGI green screen that I call JoJo. Joe Biden, 92 million. Mitch McConnell, 98 million. Nancy Pelosi, 86 million. Chuck Schumer, 66 million. Lindsey Graham, 82 million. Mitt Romney, 71 million. John Cornyn, 41 million. Adam Schiff, 62 million. Dan Crenshaw, 20 million. Elizabeth Cheney, 77 million. Kevin McCarthy, 42 million. Jamie Raskin, 38 million. Mike Pence, 61 million. Greg Pence, 17 million. Rick Scott, 63 million. Hakeem Jeffries, 74 million. Ilhan Omar, 33 million. Elizabeth Warren, 42 million. There is said to be at least 89% of Congress who have dual citizenship with Israel. So whatever is currently going on in Washington, D.C., the military is there conducting operations because Congress is on vacation. So Washington, D.C. is basically empty. I'll get more info on this soon, and Ariel posted that at 12:16 p.m., August 9th, 2024. Now that's a sticky wicket that he's posting that. I have no doubt something's going on there, and I think it has to do more with the tunnel system there because Congress and anything that seems like it's operating there is not. There's a White House facsimile in Atlanta. It's on Tyler Perry's movie studio lot, although Tyler Perry has nothing to do with it anymore, as he was most definitely picked up for crimes against humanity and probably also treason. And it's called Castle Rock. That's where they do a lot of filming because DC has been inoperative since the concertina wire was put around it right before the fake inauguration on January 20th, 2021 of, at that time, which was an actor that I call JoJo, not Joseph Biden. So anyway, and then let's go to Ariel posting at 11:50 a.m. on August 9th, 2024. He said, "Many may not know of this, but I believe this is used to clear out remaining objective points in that area. And storms are a good way to do that because military around the world have the cloud seeding tech to do this. There is reportedly a NOD underground installation that is connected to the intelligence groups like NSA and the CIA, as well as many other dark faction groups with layers under the White House with tunnels connecting the NOD installation with the House of the Temple. The Supreme Council of the 33rd degree of the Scottish Rites House of the Temple has a 14-foot by 25-foot room in it with chairs where the Illuminati's Grand Druid Council meet. It is also said that the NOD deep underground installation has numerous levels to it. One eyewitness went to level 17 via an elevator and stated that he believes that deeper levels exist. Do you all remember that clip by Kash Patel when he stated that there is an underground prison, underground DC? And on X at Alert Channel breaking, tornado warning issued for Washington, D.C. that was posted at 11:50 a.m., August 9th, 2024. So that's what Errol is referring to about a storm and what can be done under a cover of a storm. And Ariel was also, in terms of what's been going on in this last things I'm saying that was posted, seems like all of it on August 9th. Also at on X at Disclosed TV, a blue checkmark account at Disclosed TV, at 2:21 p.m. on August 9th, 2024, the news that President Trump's flight to Bozeman, Montana was diverted to Billings after, quote, a mechanical issue, end quote. And it seems to be, from what Ariel is saying and others are saying, that on that time, that was another unaliving attempt on President Trump. Okay, so now we go to just about the time all this is being posted. On X, Core Values win at Core Values posted 33rd Satanic Olympics over. 33rd week of the year. 33rd ... And for those of you that don't know, the Satanics, the evils, they hold their numbers very precious, and they use them. And in this great cleanup of this earth realm, the goodly and godly, the white hats, the global military of alliance, have used their numbers against them. Believe me, numbers are very important in this game, in this war, in this battle, in this 5D chess. The Satanics hold their numbers and do everything by the date, by the book. Timestamps are important. They're codes. I mean, they're very, very, very anal about this. And the Satanics hold 33, as in like the 33 Club at Disneyland, as in the 33 degrees of the Freemasons, blah, blah, blah. They hold 33 as a very important number because Jesus Christ was crucified at age 33, and so they love to mock that and use that. So that's why this Core Values win at Core Values on X posted 33rd Satanic Olympics over. It was the 33rd week of the year, and 33rd ... It's important to note. Now, Derek Johnson again at Rattletrap, blue check mark account on X. He posted Benghazi 2.0. One, this is all theatrics, but strategic for the swamp removal, but also President Trump said what? And in quotes, he's quoting President Trump. We're going to load Gitmo up with a lot of bad dudes. And Gitmo, for those that don't know, is Guantanamo Bay in Cuba. It's a military installation for prisoners that need to have military tribunals for treason and crimes against humanity. And then Derek is saying, two, it brings back into play Benghazi. Remember Hillary? And once again, for those that don't know, Hillary Clinton's nickname by the White Hats is Killary because of all the unalivings she's done and arkancides she's done. Remember Hillary's comment after we lost Americans at the U.S. diplomatic compound September 11th and 12th in 2012? This is a Hillary Clinton quote. What difference at this point does it make? And she's on videotape saying that. I mean, she was filmed saying that with all of her contempt and scorn for American soldiers being unalived. And here's Derek continuing. Stinger missile equals air and missile defense. Air and missile defense equals 145 MOS. Guess whose MOS that was? Stinger missiles lock in on aircraft and destroy them. You cannot run rescue missions with helicopters where Stinger missiles are present. The missile has a speed of Mach 2.54, which equals 1,930 miles per hour. The plan is making everything look just like the federal corporation wars of the past. Will Americans wake up? Will Americans say no more? Any American who claims to support, quote, Biden, end quote, or, quote, Harris, end quote, are not only blind, but uneducated and brainwashed. The, quote, war, end quote, in Ukraine isn't about Russia-Ukraine. It's about the biochemical laboratories that were funded by the United States under Obama, Bush, and Clinton's. Remember Uranium-1? That President Trump says is the worst scandal in United States history? Russia started accruing stake in Uranium-1 in 2009 and acquired 51% of the stake in 2010. Uranium is a national security asset. So guess who had to approve the acquisition? Committee on Foreign Investment. That includes input from Department of State, Department of Treasury, Department of Justice, Department of Energy, Department of Defense, Department of Commerce, Department of Homeland Security, and Office of the United States Trade Representative. Who was the Secretary of State in 2010? Hillary. That means Hillary Clinton. Guess who donated to Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation for the 2016 election? Uranium-1 at a cool $145 million. Guess who was not the president of Russia from May 7th, 2008 to May 7th, 2012? Vladimir Putin. Russia capitulated to U.S. and President Trump on July 16th, 2018, Chapter 12 of the Law of War Manual. Now, doesn't that soccer ball in Helsinki, Finland on July 16th, 2018 look even more beautiful? Derek Johnson is referring to that very recorded and videotaped or video recorded, filmed segment that's very famous where you see Vladimir Putin handing a soccer ball to President Trump. It means a lot of things, but one thing it really meant was the ball is in your corner. And I've repeated this so many times in all my clips, but I have to say it again. That is Vladimir Putin 2.0. The original was taken out by his own people. The original Vladimir was sociopathic, very crazy. He was so crazy that his own people, the Russians, which I shared not on TikTok and my YouTube channel, but on Facebook and at some other posts some other things years ago, pictures of him imprisoned and his trial in Russia, and he was made unalived. And if you go back yourself, not using Google or Wikipedia, using Brave or Bing browsers or independent browsers so you can actually get some information, go back to the time and look at the time period when it was said that Vladimir Putin's wife divorced him and was saying, "This is not my husband." She refused to have him in the house because an actor with a face mask or a double was sent to her home, and she was like, "You are not my husband." So look at that time period and compare the photographs. They're obviously not the same person. You can see the Vladimir Putin, the original 1.0, you can see the 2.0, and the 2.0 is working with the White Hat Global Military Alliance, working with President Trump, most definitely. All right. So Derek is saying then after he doesn't that soccer ball in Helsinki, Finland on July 16th, 2018 look even more beautiful? He put military occupation, November 8th, 2016 to present day. And then he put with an arrow pointing 45-47. That means President Trump, president number 45, numbers 46 and 47. And he says the dash matters, draining the swamp. Those of us who are awake and know what's going on, ... This is one hell of an epic rodeo. Hashtag cowboy up. And then he included this Reuters.com/business/AEROS ... And he posted that at 2:19 p.m. August 10th, 24. Then Bonnie at Secrets of Maine on X, she posted on August 10th, 2024 at 3:27 p.m. If memory serves me correctly, it was Robert Mueller who brought the first uranium sample to Russia for Hillary. Do people know it was Gaddafi's army? And then, in parentheses, she went into hiding after his unaliving. That rescued our warriors at the CIA annex after 13 hours of fighting for their lives? That's a pretty good thing to know. Because, once again, someone who was not bad, who was good, Gaddafi, who was just helping his Libyan people, did a lot of good for them, was portrayed by our evil controllers as someone bad and someone that needed to be taken out, just like they always do, because they like to take over everything and steal everything, keep it for themselves, and do all kinds of crazy, evil stuff. So I am going to have to do a part 3 talking more about timelines, because I don't want to talk anymore on this clip. And I thank you for being here with me. Please remember to like and share and subscribe, or heart if you're on YouTube or on TikTok. I'm going to close this, and I really appreciate you doing that. Thank you. I'm going to close this with Sanskrit and Telugu prayer. What I'm saying is, God bless all beings in all worlds. Om Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yes, peace, peace, peace. God bless you and yours. I'm sending much love to you and yours. I'll see you when I see you, and bye-bye for now.